Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video. A tribute to Zooey Deschanel and her adorable bond with Jonathan Scott, her fiancé. When watching Property Brothers on HGTV, most of us never thought, wow, Jonathan Scott should so get together with Zooey Deschanel. However, in an odd turn of events, which to be honest, makes a lot of sense, that is precisely what occurred. You can tell that reality TV contractor Scott, 46, and New Girl star Deschanel, 45, are a match made in adorable heaven if you've ever sneaked a peek at their social media posts about one another. They've been dating since 2019 and engaged since 2032. Deschanel posted a picture of herself embracing Scott in January 2021, saying, "This guy was my 2020 MVP. Who always made me feel happy in spite of a weird and uncertain year." Additionally, even after spending time together, they couldn't stop talking about one another, which proves that their connection is genuine. From their first meeting in 2019 to the present, this is the story of the unlikely celebrity couple. How did Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel meet? Since Deschanel and Scott initially met on television, it's not too difficult to locate the receipts for that event. On August 4, 2019, the soon-to-be couple met while filming a carpool karaoke episode for The Late Late Show with James Corden. Deschanel's sister, Emily Deschanel, and Scott's twin brother and Property Brothers co-star, Drew Scott, were also there. Scott even shared a picture of the four of them on Instagram to mark the occasion, writing, "We had fun today. I met some new humans. I believe I'll continue to carpool karaoke with them." It's crucial to remember that Deschanel was already in a relationship when she first met Scott. Although she has acknowledged in interviews that she flirted with Scott on that day, she was still married to her second husband, Jacob Pekenick, at the time. Even though Deschanel was married, they became friends that day because of the sparks that were flying between them. Scott later acknowledged that he flirted so much that day that it affected the output. "I believed I was being cool. The producer said I was flirting so hard and so bad that they had to cut a bunch of that out," he revealed on his brother's podcast, At Home with Linda and Drew Scott. "I didn't think anything of it." When Zooey Deschanel first met Jonathan Scott, was she still married? The scenario is probably not as shady as some people would want to believe, even if insiders informed POPLE that Deschanel and Pekenick had actually been apart for several months. Deschanel and Pekenick confirmed their breakup in a statement later in September. Following 4 years of dating, the statement was headlined, "After much discussion and a long period of contemplation, we have decided we are better off as friends, business partners and co-parents rather than life partners. We remain committed to our business, our values and most of all our children. Thank you for respecting our privacy at this time." A week later, it was revealed by a source that Deschanel and Scott had been dating since they clicked so well while filming The Late Late Show. Additionally, a source revealed to the public how well Scott and Deschanel got along during the August 2019 shoot. According to The Insider, they had a really fun day doing carpool karaoke. "It's still a very fresh relationship, but they became friends after that and began communicating like friends before realizing there was more to it. He has a great sense of humor," the person continued. "Their interests are very similar. They both enjoy films and music." Scott talked candidly about dating Zooey early on. "I am the guy who raises the bar in what I'm looking for in a partner, so it's definitely special for me," he said to US Weekly. Additionally, Scott was previously married but got divorced in 2010. He continued, "I was caught a little off guard. It was definitely a pleasant surprise. Everything is amicable and we have 2 beautiful children together. We've been raising them and we're going to continue to raise them and take great care of them. I'm happy," Pekenick said in an interview with Hollywood Life regarding the breakup around this time. When did Jonathan and Zooey Deschanel officially join Instagram? Pekenick filed for divorce around a month after telling Hollywood Life that the breakup was amicable. Deschanel, who has 2 kids with Pekenick, Elsie and Charlie, made her relationship with Scott public on Instagram by sharing a photo of him holding her up during Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, when she was surrounded by zombies. When Deschanel went as Scott's date to his older brother's wedding, things became serious. Later in the month, the pair was seen together at a number of public events, such as outside Jimmy Kimmel Live, where Deschanel was appearing, and the Neon Museum in Las Vegas. Every glimpse was evidence that their relationship was intensifying. When did Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel first appear on the red carpet? Scott and Deschanel made their red carpet debut at Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker just a few months after they first met. Along with them were Scott's brother Drew and his wife, Linda. Scott and Deschanel conducted a number of Christmas-related activities together that Christmas, including making sugar cookies together, photoshopping Scott's face over Will Ferrell's in a scene from Deschanel's film Elf, and even sharing the stage at a show featuring Deschanel's band, She and Him. When you're in love, doesn't Christmas seem even more magical? What were Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel up to in 2020? These two were completely in love by New Year's. In 2020, Scott posted a selfie to Instagram with the message, "Once in a lifetime you meet someone who changes everything." As dates, they went to a Golden Globes after party that same month and even went to Disneyland together. Scott said, "Happy birthday to the beautiful human who brought joy and laughter back into my life," in a touching Instagram post on January 17, 2020, Deschanel's 40th birthday. #swoon. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, Scott and Deschanel continued to go to events together, such as the Vanity Fair Oscar party, where they were able to take a cute black and white photo booth picture and celebrate Valentine's Day, the most romantic day of the year, together. On Instagram that V-Day, Scott posted, "Ingredients for the perfect Valentine's. 1 part great fun, 1 part great food, 1 part Zooey. Tonight was magical." Scott and Deschanel were among the several couples that quarantined together during those first few months of sheltering in place as awareness of the coronavirus spread across the United States. Scott posted on Instagram, saying, "Zooey and I have been playing games, making music, and of course doing puzzles." Scott told people about his 6-month partner and life in quarantine later that month. "Let me tell you, I've been quarantined with the perfect person. Not only is Zooey an amazing cook, but she's a musician, so our house is constantly filled with music." Additionally, it seems that neither of them used the L word until that interview. In public, at least. Scott continued, "I think we're just taking it one day at a time here, and it's a crazy thing nobody would have predicted. But I'm glad that I'm with somebody that I love, and somebody who's so talented. This amazing person makes me truly happy every single day and fills me with love and joy," was the sentimental Instagram message that Deschanel used to honor Scott's 42nd birthday later that month. Celebration was held via Zoom, of course. "I'm really honored to be able to bake your birthday cake because you are truly amazing." Jacob Pekenik and Zooey Deschanel got divorced when? According to People, Pekenik and Deschanel's divorce was formally finalized 9 months after Pekenik filed. When is the anniversary of Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel? You can guarantee that the couple gushed about one another on social media as they celebrated their first anniversary of meeting on August 9, 2020. Scott said as the caption for a gallery of photos, "How time flies when you're having the best time of your life. Who would have thought that exactly 1 year ago, my life would change forever? You are the second person I consider among my blessings." With the description, "1 year ago today I met this kind, caring, hilarious, generous, creative, nerdy, handsome, and all-around incredible human." Deschanel also waxed poetic on Instagram. "Every laugh, Scrabble game, escape room, hug, kiss, snuggle, breakfast, lunch, and dinner we have together makes me incredibly thankful. I want to spend 1,000,000 billion more years with you, even in the most bizarre year in human history." Was Zooey Deschanel asked to marry Jonathan Scott? He did, indeed, some time ago. While he and Deschanel were touring Europe with her kids in early August 2023, Scott proposed, perhaps on their anniversary. In December 2023, Scott recalled on the Jennifer Hudson show that we were in Scotland at Edinburgh Castle, which is my favorite castle. I had cleared the grounds. It was the end of the day. We were the only people left on the property. There was a pipe band playing that I hired. We walked up and were just taking it in, and all of a sudden, a guitarist came forward, and they started playing Neil Young's song Harvest Moon, which is our song. She immediately turned, and then the kids pulled up a banner that said, "Will you marry me?" Scott said that he installed covert cameras throughout the property as a bonus, allowing them to record their special moment from every possible angle. Too adorable. What was the number of marriages Zooey Deschanel had? Deschanel has already been married twice. From 2009 to 2012, she was married to Death Cab for Cutie musician Ben Gibbard. After dating for almost a year, the couple eloped, but by November 2011, they were no longer together. The Indie Darlings formally got separated the following year after she filed for divorce in December 2011. On the set of the movie Rock the Casbah in 2014, Deschanel and Pekenik first crossed paths. In January 2015, they declared their engagement, and in June of the same year, they were married. Later, they had a son named Charlie Wolf and a daughter named Elsie Otter. According to reports, the couple split up a few months prior to her meeting Scott in August 2019, and their divorce was officially finalized January 2020. What became of the wife of Jonathan Scott? Kelsey Oley was Scott's previous spouse. He informed people that because they intended to get married on 7/7/07, they hurried to get married the same year they met. It wasn't a lucky number for them though, as they separated in 2013 after he realized they weren't a good fit after moving from Canada to Las Vegas to be with her. According to his explanation of their divorce, "I think that one of the biggest things I learned is that you can have two good people who are just not good for each other." Despite this, he holds no grudges against his ex. Are Zooey and Jonathan Scott already married? No, but they are still together as of this writing in May 2025. What became of the ex-girlfriend of Jonathan Scott? Scott was with Jacinta Kuznetsov for a long time until he won Deschanel over during carpool karaoke. They started dating soon after meeting in the autumn of 2015. But in April 2018, they made their separation public. There is no drama or negativity. There is no jealousy or hate, he stated as part of a statement announcing their breakup via PO. Life can take you down unexpected paths, and those paths aren't always in the same direction. Not even grief or sadness. We will always support one another as friends wherever we go, and our memories are full of happiness. Fans are raving over the ultimate gift that Jonathan Scott gave to Zooey Deschanel. HGTV star Jonathan Scott may be the best gift giver we've ever seen. He had a custom-made painting with a new girl theme that was the ideal present for his fiancée, actress Zooey Deschanel. Jonathan Scott requests a new girl makeover for painting from the artist Scott, posted the specially created new girl artwork for Deschanel on Instagram on March 9. He clarified in the caption, "I knew exactly what to do for Zooey's channel when I discovered Tyler Turnbull art and his incredible talent." If you guys don't know what Tyler Turnbull does, he is a genius, an artist, Scott says in the video. And I figured this could be the ultimate gift that will bring Zooey joy. I really like the energy. It's like an old 1900s painterly approach, which is very beautiful. Turnbull said of a Renoir picture he discovered at a thrift store that showed a group of people seated at a restaurant. Could you do something with Zooey and then maybe, I don't know? Characters from New Girl, Nick, Winston, Schmidt, Cease, a whole bunch of stuff, Scott said. That's actually perfect. It's kind of a party scene. I think I have enough foreground characters and maybe some surprises in the back, the artist informed him. You guys are not going to want to miss a second of this whole process. Because when it's done, it's going to be incredible and she's going to lose her mind, the HGTV personality said. At Scott's request, the other New Girl characters were also painted into the scene. including Winston's cat Ferguson, and the video featured details of the original painting, as well as the transformation as the artist painted over some faces to depict Deschanel's character Jessica Day. Additionally, Scott was painted in the backdrop. Take a look at him observing the situation from a close distance. Jonathan Scott's thoughtful gift is praised by fans. Fans of Scott poured into the Instagram post's comment section, expressing their delight at his charming present to Deschanel. Zooey is going to adore this painting. Jonathan, you are the sweetest man in the world. Someone commented. Another admirer commented, what a stunning picture. I'm sure Zooey Deschanel will like it. She is so fortunate to have you in her life, Jonathan. Comments like that's amazing. My mind is blown, and what a brilliant idea. Looks amazing, were left by others who were thrilled with the concept. That's fantastic. Please let us know what Zooey's reaction was to this fabulous gift. Was one comment made by a fan who expressed the desire to see Deschanel's response to the imaginative gift. The timeline of Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel's relationship. Fans were caught off guard by Jonathan Scott and Zooey Deschanel's whirlwind romance, which came at the perfect moment in their lives. The Property Brothers star and new girl alum hit it off right away when they first met in September 2019 while filming for Carpool Karaoke. The news of the romance was confirmed by Us Weekly soon after Deschanel split from her 4-year husband, Jacob Pekenik, with whom she shares a son, Charlie Wolf, and a daughter, Elsie Otter. Following a terrifying double date with Drew Scott and his wife, Linda Phan, in October 2019, Scott and the actress from 500 Days of Summer formally announced their romance on Instagram. The HGTV star and the She and Him singer celebrated their first Thanksgiving together shortly after making their red carpet debut as a couple, and a month later, they rang in a truly happy new year by each other's sides. Since then, their relationship has only gotten stronger, and they have shared several significant romance milestones along the way. Since then, their bond has only been stronger, and the couple has celebrated several significant romantic milestones together. Deschanel revealed the couple's engagement on Instagram in August 2023, flaunting her dazzling engagement ring. To learn more about this couple's intense romance, scroll down. After meeting the elf actress while filming Carpool Karaoke with their siblings, the home improvement expert told us exclusively that his relationship with her was a pleasant surprise. It's definitely special for me because I am the guy who raises the bar in what I'm looking for in a partner, he said at the time, adding, I was caught a little off guard. A bystander commented that the new couple looked very comfortable together, as Jonathan moved his chair closer to Zooey and put his arm around her as he whispered closely in her ear at one point in the show. Jonathan and the New Girl alumnus also enjoyed a live taping of Dancing with the Stars with his twin brother Drew Scott and his wife, Linda Phan. When the two first met, they bonded over their love of music, film, theater, and Christmas carols. Their shared interests and sense of humor caused them to start texting and talking on the phone, and it blossomed from there, according to a later source who spoke to us. 1 month after they began dating, the HGTV personality and Yes Man star made their romance official on Instagram. Deschanel jumped into Jonathan's arms in the Halloween-themed picture, which featured Drew and his wife on another double date. So much fun last night, she said. I was not that high-pitched screamer. Jonathan wrote a caption for the picture. It's the first time I've ever been Catwoman escorted to a fancy dress party wedding by Batman. The almost famous actress wrote as the caption for a pre-wedding Instagram post. Congrats to these gorgeous and gracious lovebirds. I was overjoyed to celebrate such a happy union. Deschanel was overjoyed to be her new man's wedding date for his older brother J.D. Scott's joyous Las Vegas nuptials. Jonathan publicly declared his love for the Bridge to Terabithia actress in remembrance of their first Thanksgiving together. 2 weeks after the couple made their red carpet debut as a couple at the Critics' Choice Documentary Awards in Brooklyn, New York, he tweeted at the time, I am beyond thankful to be surrounded by such incredibly fun-loving people and puppies. You bring joy to my life. I love you. reaching a high point. During the A Very She and Him Christmas party tour in Philadelphia, the brother versus brother actor went on stage with Deschanel. A fan said to us that Jonathan joined the band on stage for Little Saint Nick wearing a light-up ugly Christmas jumper. Jonathan stepped out for the "He Don't Miss No One" line of the song, then kind of danced offstage after giving Zooey a kiss on the cheek. Just before having a wild time with friends at an 80s-themed karaoke bar in Los Angeles, the Elf actress got a shout-out on her birthday from her partner. 2 weeks after the happy couple ushered in the new year together, Jonathan wrote in the caption of a charming Instagram photo, "Happy birthday to the beautiful human who brought joy and laughter back into my life." Jonathan talked about how the two had a great time playing board games and other activities at home during the coronavirus quarantine. In celebration of her man's 42nd birthday, the She and Him singer said, "This incredible individual makes me genuinely happy every single day and fills my life with love and joy. You are one of a kind, wonderful." During the At Home with Linda and Drew Scott podcast, the couple reminisced about their first date, meeting each other's families, and filming their carpool karaoke episode. "The producer says I was flirting so hard that they had to cut a bunch of that out," the HGTV star joked, adding, "I was being gentlemanly and cute." In addition to sharing a number of pictures, one of which featured Deschanel, Jonathan wrote that he was thinking a lot today about the ones I love. Scott celebrated their first anniversary by posting a charming video with pictures from their time together, set to a soothing instrumental melody. "How time flies when you're having the best time of your life," he wrote as the caption for the Instagram photo. "Who would have known that exactly 1 year ago my life would change forever? When I count my blessings, I count you twice." Deschanel wrote, "You're my favorite," in response to the heartfelt homage. "1 year ago today I met this kind, caring, hilarious, generous, creative, nerdy, handsome, and all-around incredible human," the actress wrote on Instagram as a tribute to the couple's relationship on their 1-year anniversary. "I am so grateful for every smile, kiss, hug, snuggle, laugh, Scrabble game, escape room, breakfast, lunch, and dinner we share together. Even during the weirdest year for humanity, I want 1,000,000 billion more with you," she wrote. Jonathan said, "You give me all the feels. I love you," in response to her message.